this is Becky Ivory with the Three Great Rights Institute, and today I am excited to talk to you about step 3 of the 10 steps to creating a new belief, because this one is find your yes. What does that mean? The world is designed to tell you no, that things are impossible, that you'll never be able to change. But you have to be capable of creating your own yes, of finding a way to make it work. Let me tell you a quick story. Recently, my husband and I had tickets to go see Hamilton, the musical, in Salt Lake City. We love Hamilton, the musical, seriously. So we've been looking forward to this for an entire year, but we weren't able to get our kids tickets. Well, when we got to the reception before the show, and the show was only starting in 30 minutes, my husband walked up to somebody in charge and asked if maybe somebody hadn't shown up. And sure enough, he had 2 tickets available that we could purchase if we could get somebody there in 30 minutes. Well, we don't live close to downtown, so we had to figure out who we were going to get to come as quickly as possible. And our youngest daughter, Julia, was going to school at the university near where we were. So we quickly called her, and she happened to answer the phone. Well, she was sitting in a pottery class. I don't know if you've ever worked on a pottery wheel. They are messy. She was covered in clay from head to toe. She did not take her car to school that day, which meant it would take her at least a half hour just to walk home, not to mention cleaning up from the clay mess at school and then cleaning up to get ready to go and driving to the theater and finding a place to park in downtown Salt Lake and then getting into the theater and getting sat down in only 30 minutes. Really, it was impossible. And I was afraid we were just setting her up to be disappointed. But you got to know Julia. Julia is spunky, and she decided, no way am I missing Hamilton. She said she grabbed her clay off of the wheel, threw it in her bag, put it in her locker, grabbed a friend and said, would you please clean up my area, while she bolted out the door and started running down the hill from the school towards her apartment. She said she was running so fast, it was like falling, with just her feet catching her down the hill. And all the frat boys were yelling from the sidelines, run, Forrest, run. And she just ignored him and kept on running. She ran into her apartment, threw on a long sleeve dress that would cover all the clay on her arms, threw on some high heels, jumped in her car, and started driving for downtown. When she did find a parking spot, she started bolting in her 4-inch heels all the way to the theater. And believe it or not, somehow she was sitting in her chair 2 minutes before the curtain rose. I could not believe she did it. But Julia doesn't take no for an answer. And I'm glad she doesn't, because we had a great time that night being able to share that experience with our daughter. I hope that you will learn how to find your yes. Don't wait for someone else to give it to you. You make it. Go create it. You've got it within you to find your yes. This is Becky Ivory with the Three Great Rights Institute. And next week, we'll be talking about step 4. See you then.